I'm just doing a short stream for Genshin because I gotta do the 2.6 update shit. So might as well. I was gonna do it last night, but I was I was like, I'll do it. This is not normal for me, so don't expect this. What's up, Fear? How you doing? Yeah, I'm not. This is just a coincidental stream that I'm gonna do this at this time. Just because of Genshin, because of the update that hit. I'm just doing update stuff. I'm only gonna play for like a little bit less than 2 hours, and I need to go do my walk, do some eBay stuff, and then get ready for work. And then Thursday I'll be playing more Tokyo Ghostwire in this, and then Friday and Saturday will be Gina Duel. I don't think I'm gonna play Sunday. I'm gonna do it have time, but I play probably after work, probably for like 3 hours. Yep, I'm hyped too, man. Yeah, I'm super hyped for DNF Duel. Yes, getting a second round of my fix, man. Getting another fix. Super hyped about DNF Duel. Very happy.
It is time, Morax. We settle this now. Rise.
The show begins. Oh, hi. Huh. Yeah.
Crumble.
Judgment.
Gather. Fisher. The enraged earth will not absolve you. Stabilize.
I'll protect us.
Today, you witness your reckoning. Stabilize.
Judgment. Can't run.
Experience an eon of suffering.
Judgment. Yeah. Feel the beat. Ha. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain.
Oh no! Yeah.
From rot
Punishment.
to dust. Sooner or later.
Yeah. Amp it up.
Order guide you.
Crumble.
Yeah.
More axe.
Yeah, not much else going on. Just playing this. Really not much else. The usual. This update's just a filler update. I mean, it's got a lot of new areas, which is cool, but I don't care about any of the pulls. Gonna wait till next one. Next one's got a lot of cool characters.
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice?
Rise!
Yeah.
Let the show begin. Oh,
Careless.
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors.
This is order. Solidify.
you can't run.
Detestable.
All right, that sounded kind of bad. Oh, protect us. Yeah. Go, Barbara, go. Yeah.
Into the frozen void.
Stretch up there. Yeah. Judgment. Yeah. Pyrotechnics. Yeah. Hey. Oh, judgment.
Solidify.
Pizza's benevolence has no place for transgressors.
Order guide you.
Power cord.
Let's dance.
You can't run. Judgment. Who dares?
Lights
Call
out.
me a witch! Time to rock! Embrace your searing reckoning. I'm used to this measure.
Go, Barbara, go.
Embrace your searing reckoning. All must burn. You can't run.
Gather.
Who dares? Call me a witch! Not every wound will heal. Pyrotechnics! I never asked for redemption. Never.
So test those. Samurai, how you doing, dude? Not really. I don't really care for the theme that much. The Testament theme, I don't think it's that great. Personally, I don't think it's that great. Spider. I don't think it's that great of a theme. It's okay.
There's five.
I definitely think the variation on those songs needs work.
Gotta rock and roll.
They do sound a bit samey. I do agree with that. They do sound a bit samey.
Inferior. Strike dead. The eye sweeps the lands.
Burned too brightly.
Inferior. Strike dead.
My vision is clouded.
Lightning falls on the land of eternity. This body is eternal.
Shadows of fate. Let me scry.
Perish.
Release my space.
Couldn't move. Weird. I could not get out of the way. Wouldn't let me get out of the way. Never seen that happen before. Got stuck in the wall.
Witness the final calamity.
By royal decree.
Ruin follows my blade.
Shadows of fate.
Perish. Eternity is in my hand.
Let me scry. Delve into this.
Inferior.
Let's dance. Fate is upon you. Fuse is lit.
Lightning, obey me. Thunder. Lightning does not bend to the will of mortals. Illusions are but distractions. Shattered.
Let me scry. Odds reveal a distant retreat.
This body is eternal. Ruin follows my blade.
Shadows of fate.
Perish.
I'm the wall again.
I'll protect us.
Witness the final
final calamity. By royal decree. Perish. Eternity is in my hand.
Let's dance.
Infuriate. Perish.
Delve into destiny, decided by destiny.
Midnight Phantasmal.
Here come the fireworks.
Light shadows obey me.
Leave my space. Oz revealed. Let the show begin. Time for light gel.
Lightning does not bend to the will of mortals.
That didn't count. Oh, fizzle out.
Of all destructions.
Go, Barbara, go.
Shattered.
By royal decree, the field is lit.
Your verdict is decided. Only emptiness awaits.
Like, Blaze Blues was. I like Axel Slam. Axel Slam's really good. Blaze Blue will save us. Yeah, I mean, also too, you got the same vocalist doing the almost every single song, so that also adds to the kind of monotony.
Solidified.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I just think we're just gonna get more of the same. Like I said, season 2 doesn't sound too interesting. Season 2 just like, cool, we're adding more characters and we're doing crossplay. That's it. And all balance changes. Well, we're gonna change one frame here and one frame there. It's not enough to really change the game. So they've already stated that they're not going to really, based on that information, they've already stated that they're not going to change anything. We already know that freaking Guilty Gear is not going to change. gonna just appeal to the people that wanna the new fans. I already know that. That's why I expect them to change nothing. Because why would they? They're making so much money off the way the game is now. Why would they ever change it?
This is order.
You can't run.
Say no more. My
I'm used to this.
Oh,
Let's dance.
Punishment. Shred till I'm dead. Judgment. You can't run. Power cord.
Isn't over. I'm ready.
Judgment.
It's my lucky day. I will have order. This.
but whatever. I got other games that I care about. Get to here. Fell off my radar a long time ago. Kind of funny, my favorite game of all time became one of my least favorite, which is kind of sad. Like, damn, talk about a 180. It's pretty sad. Like, yep, it is pretty sad. That usually doesn't happen with franchises, but yeah, just be like, oh, I like that franchise. I'm like, not anymore. Not anymore. I can't stand it. It's kind of sad because I used to be such a diehard fan.
Quake.
Things are getting interesting. Amp it up.
Order guide you. Gather.
Power cord.
Yeah, it does. I admit, I miss her. I do. But at the same time, like, I want to see, I want to see a good future for the game, not a bad future. It's like, I expected so much more from that game. And, the only reason they did it, because they're like, to preserve the survival of the game, we have to compromise and make it play like a different game so people play it. It's kind of sad, you don't, to me it just sounds like you don't have faith in your product. That's what it sounds like to me. You do not have any faith in your product. The fact that they didn't just keep the flow, and build on what they had. They're like, no, we have to completely change the identity of the game because people wouldn't play it otherwise. It's like, dude, if Zerd was properly marketed, I honestly think Zerd would have did really well. But it had no marketing.
Up and away.
If they marketed it like they were supposed to, it actually did really well. Probably would have had at least 10 times the amount of sales.
Oz revealed. Delve into destiny. Time for a light show. Shadows of fate, written in the stars. A mystic reprieve.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Triple X, no. And this probably would have never happened otherwise. If the series was going great, you know, with the way Zerd was, it would have. This would have never happened. But now, what the sad part is, all Guilty Gear games are going to become like this now. They're all going to be like Strife from now on. They'll never go back to the previous games because they're like, oh, doesn't make money. Nobody wants that, so we're just gonna keep making the same shit. So you're gonna see a lot of homogenization with the series. Unfortunately. How many copies did Zerd sell? I think over the course of the entire game, like 100,000. Wasn't very much. Like at launch, I think it only sold like 20,000 copies. It was really bad. Because nobody knew what it was, and they didn't market it, so no one cared.
Delve into destiny. By royal decree. Let me scribe. Fuse is lit. Shadow Raven, let night fall. Let the show begin.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, when Street Fighter 6 comes out, it's gonna bury Strive alive. Like everybody's gonna run the Street Fighter 6. I mean, it's Street Fighter. What do you expect? You know, the majority of the fans that play Strive are mostly non-fighting game players and Street Fighter players. So you already know they're gonna run to it. They're like, "Oh, there's my real game. See you later." There's no loyalty. What's that? I go where the famous stuff is. I go where the money is. It's true. They do go where the money is. Street Fighter 6 got a ton of that. Sakura Blues. That girlfriend. Yeah. It's just unfortunate. It's just how it is. There's not much you can really do about it. Yeah. Street Fighter still dominates most of the fighting game scene. The only game that puts Street Fighter in its place is Tekken. Every other fighting game pretty much bows to Street Fighter. Even Guilty Gear, I think, bows to Street Fighter because the fact that they made the game play more like Street Fighter is an indication that it's like, yeah, Street Fighter is what sells. People want Street Fighter. So it's like, I'm serious. Like, I'm not joking. That's why a lot of games try to play like Street Fighter because that's the demographic likes that type of game. I think the majority of people, because they know what Street Fighter is and they like how it plays, they want other games to play like it. Very similar. You know, it could be a little different, but the foundation's very similar. I mean, like, and also I tell people that Street Fighter, Guilty Gear Strive was made by the Street Fighter 5 team. That's why it plays similarly. It's like the same development team. So I was like, well, that explains a lot. They had them help them make the game. So obviously it's gonna have their influence. If you want zany anime fighters, you really have to go back to the past, unfortunately. I don't think we'll ever get anime fighters like we used to have. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Even DNF Duel's not close to like Persona or old Guilty Gears, Blaze Blue. It's still not in the same league. More it's more in the zany department, but I don't think it's anywhere near like old school anime fighters. Old school anime fighters are still um, a lot more demanding. But at least we got the re-releases coming out. Like I said, I'm glad Persona 4 Ultimax came out. Just gotta get the rollback fixed and all the other issues fixed. It's still broken. It'll get fixed. My guess is right within a month they'll have all the major issues fixed, and then when summer comes, probably around June or so, we'll start seeing the rollback implemented, and then that should make the game really solid, and I think everybody's gonna jump back to Persona 4 Ultimax. Because it is a pretty popular game, because it's Persona, so like people love Persona. There's still a lot of people playing. There's still about 1,000 people playing it right now. It's decent for a game that has terrible netcode. They still haven't fixed the sound issues and all the shit. Still got a lot of problems. That's why I'm not even bothering with it. That's why I wait till they actually fix the game. Like, fix the game and then I'll actually play it. I'm not. Otherwise, I could care less. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think Blaze Blue's gonna get another game. You're gonna have to stick with Central Fiction. Pretty sure Mori's done with that game. It's not gonna make any more fighting games. And if we do get another Blaze Blue, it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be like Strive, which I'd rather than just not make one. Just keep like a Central Fiction. That's fine with me. I don't want to see the series go downhill and watch all the fans get all pissed and like, ah, God, it's so fucking terrible. Because they'll do that. They will do that. They won't care. No, you don't give a shit. You don't give no shits about that crap. We don't give no shits. It's fuck you. Well, I mean, what are you saying? All video games are bad? I think all new games are bad. Some are great. I like a lot of new games. It's just fighting games. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care about fighting games very much. Fighting games is definitely tanked like hard. I don't really care. Fighting games I really don't care about anymore. For the most part. I'll still play them, but I don't have as much enjoyment like I used to. That's for damn sure. My enjoyment levels for fighting games is really, really tanked. Yeah, I agree with that. I think fighting games definitely went down the wrong path. I really don't like how fighting games are going right now. It's just not my cup of tea. And I don't really care about the future very much because it's not for me. You know, that's what I tell people. It's not for me. It's not for me. Really not. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. It's, it's the nature of the beast. That's fine. So, fighting games aren't for me anymore. Seems like.
Bow before the abyss.
Absorption test. Cut to the chase. Enhanced animal module 70. Incoming. Animal test 6301. Don't break my glasses. Boba, get them. Nowhere to hide. Absorption test. Nice and spicy. Don't blink.
The world will fall.
Boba, get them. Incoming. Hey. The sword comes shadow.
The world will fall.
Animal test 6308. Yeah. Stand clear. Out of the frying pan, into the pot. Don't blink. Delves into destiny. Whirling snow. Embrace the ice. Fate is upon you. Wings of darkness. Come, sever night from day. Time to clean up. Shadows of fate, decided by destiny. Shadow Raven, let night take flight. Delves into destiny. Oz, reveal thyself. My apologies. Kami Satoa. Sumetsu. Shadows of fate. Nice and spicy. Animal hypostasis emulate. Speed of light. Got lucky that time. Eat this! Nowhere to hide. Goba, get them! Stand clear. Enhanced animal module 7, nowhere to hide. Let's dance. Hi. Huh? Nice and spicy. You're toast. Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Goba, get them. Incoming. With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. Absorption test. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Incoming.
I don't think they would. It would just be on PC. I don't think. Maybe PS4. PC and PS4 would only get the rollback. I don't think any other platform would.
Delve into destiny.
But like I said, I don't see them doing it because it would be a conflict of interest.
Whirling snow.
They don't want to push sales away, push Strive. They're trying to get people away from Zerd and onto Strive.
Shadows of fate.
So I don't think rollback will ever happen anytime soon. Again, it's conflict of interest.
My apologies.
Steady as stone, as a good knight should.
Delved into destiny. Written in the stars. Whirling snow. My apologies. Whirling snow. Let me scribe. Take flight. Shadows of fate, decided by destiny.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Embrace the ice. Whirling snow. Delved into destiny.
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. I'll catch up.
Let me scribe. Take flight. Oz revealed by whirling snow. shadows of fate. Take flight. Unthinkable. Kami-Sato. Sumetsu. Yeah. As a dutiful maid would.
By holy proclamation,
Yeah.
the power of revelation. The truth shall set you free.
Let me scry. By royal decree.
The word joy. Let the flame of redemption shall set you free.
Yeah.
Hear ye the word
Delve into destiny. Fate is upon you. Odds reveal.
upon you,
Yeah.
and hope find you.
So
Revelation.
Yeah. Let me scry. Whirling snow.
Shall set you free.
Like I said, I don't think Xr's gonna get rolled back anytime soon. Maybe years down the road. That's just my personal belief. I just don't see it happening. Maybe like a 2024, 2025, maybe. When season 3 is done. Like they gotta milk Strive for what it's worth. It's already getting a second season, and after season 2 will probably be season 3, and then season 3 will probably where it tapers out. I think Strive at that point is gonna be like kind of just there. I don't think they're gonna get any new fans, or people are gonna probably get tired of it or just forget about it because Street Fighter is gonna be around, and that's gonna just take everybody over. That's just my opinion. That is my opinion, my friend. A lot of gems. I got so many gems. I got 32,500 gems. Fuck. That is a lot of gems. And I'm not even gonna spend them. What do I want? Yeah, that's just unfortunate. But whatever. That's why you play other stuff. There's other games out there in the world. There's other stuff. It just sucks that the thing that you like the most is no longer a part of your life. That sucks. I admit that. That's just awful. Yeah, I hope the NF Duel gets a lot of um, traction. I think a lot of people are going to play the NF Duel. I really do. The fact that it's got a nice IP behind it, that a lot of people do play. Mostly Asian community though, not American. It'll be strong in I think Japan and Korea and stuff like that. I don't think it'll be too strong in the States. But yeah, that game is like the Dungeon Fighter Online is very popular in Korea.
Up and away.
I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of stuff that's been impressing me more is honestly made by the Koreans and the Chinese more than the Japanese. A lot of games I'm playing right now are, like this one's made by a Chinese company. Yeah, a Korean company. I think, well, it was Korean, huh? Or the Japanese? I think it's a Chinese. It's Chinese, my apologies. And then Ono Mutationum is, I think, Chinese as well. Yeah, it's Chinese. Yeah, my apologies, Chinese. And then, yeah, Mutationum is also Chinese. There's a lot of games that I've played that's like, damn, Chinese and Korean developers, man. Been on that shit. They're like knocking it out of the park. I think more so than the Japanese. Like Japanese have been slipping. Chinese, like I've seen some developers in China. It's like, damn, it's so impressive what they can make. They're so dedicated. Put so much love into their work. So then people think anime is only, restricted to Japan. I was like, no, Chinese know how to make anime too, and so do Koreans. Even American people can make anime. I mean, I know our anime style was not as good as overseas. Even though there are a lot of independent artists that are fucking amazing that are American and draw anime and they do a great job. But I can see the difference between like American anime and like Japanese anime. You see it, the quality differences. It is noticeable. Not necessarily like bad, it's just the style's different. It's 1 o'clock. Alright, so bosses, resin. We're gonna do all these. Yeah. A lot of bosses. I'm not going to spend any gems this month, so this is not going to get done. It'll get done next month. So, yeah, the main will get done for sure. These two will get done. I don't really need to do bosses unless I'm going to level up another character. This one never gets done because I don't know anybody to do this with. Well, that plays it at the same time I do. Yeah, this one I'll get done Thursday, Friday. This will get done because I'm gonna do the Spiral Abyss again before 11. I'll be honest, I'm not noticing any damage increase with Kaching. I have her up to level 90 now. I don't notice really any damage increase, it looks the same. Killing about the same speed. So, I have a feeling the level 90s. I'm gonna still level all our stuff up to 90 or weapon up to 90, but I'm not noticing shit difference. Like, it doesn't really seem like it makes any difference. It's such a minor difference. It's like not even noticeable. Shops. 2 days for the shops. Friday, Thursday into Friday. So yeah, when I play Thursday and do my dailies, I'll buy all my shop stuff. Keep all this. I'm almost out of currency. Gonna have to spend a lot of wishes. A lot of wishes next time. Next time we'll be spending a lot of gems. Probably spending like 20 grand. Running really low. I didn't realize how low I was. I haven't been spending, I haven't been wishing, so. But yeah, I think I'm done with the Welcome Moon and shit. There's no reason for me to buy it. I don't play this game like that anymore. The only way I'm going to spend the $5 is if I'm actually going to be playing religiously and actually investing a lot of time into the game. But lately I haven't been spending a lot of time on this game. I'm just mostly on for the dailies and then I just log off because there's nothing to do. That's it for this. That's it for this. Yeah. Yeah, not much else going on. Let me see it. Got my last day of work today. 3-day weekend, which is nice. So tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Tokyo Ghostwire and Genshin. Friday and Saturday is gonna be all day. Well, not till it's not gonna start till 7. But I'll be playing Dina Duel from 7 p.m. to probably like 2 in the morning. Play Genshin afterwards, do my dailies, and go to sleep. And then the next day, same thing, probably in the evening, play another 7 hours. I hope they fix the slowdown issues. The game has a memory leak issue. They haven't fixed it yet though. So I'm hoping they push out a big patch to fix the memory leak issue. That's the main problem with this game, it's just the memory leak. It gets slow. And I think my game can run this game. I think my computer can run this game at 4K. They actually fixed all the problems, so I could actually run this game at 4K very smoothly. But unfortunately, because of the memory leak, it can't. It runs so bad. I only heard the game only has like 6 chapters. It's really short. I'm already on chapter 4. Like, and then I heard chapter 5 and chapter 6 are not very long. Did he get? Oh, he actually got leaked. So I was right. So Sin is going to be a DLC character. I had a feeling Sin was going to be in it. How did you find the leak? I'm not surprised. Sin is in the game. His model's there. I'm not surprised that he's in there. Where'd you find it at? And people have been making mods of him. Yeah. Oh, it's the data mine.
Your banking is right there with you to help. With the
Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my
This
friends.
one.
It is indeed leak season yet again.
I'm not
And
surprised.
this time around, it is thanks to our old pal, the data mine. The
I'm not
data
surprised.
mine
That's
does
how we
not
found
care
out about a lot
who
of characters.
secrets Are in the end, it will expose them. And it's not the first time data mining has given us some hints to, well, any Arc System Works game, not just Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with this
We need a
guy.
lot of DLC characters in Dragon Ball Fighters as
Well,
well.
he also
So,
claimed that
data
the
mining
last
is
character was
a
going to
lot
be
of
Slayer,
what we
and
know
Slayer
in
wasn't
season
even in
one.
season 1.
Pretty much everything happened except for the one mystery of
From what-
Slayer, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. So, we'll get to it in 1 second here, but just very quickly, I would like to give a shout out to Lord Ultima 647. Their work has been featured on this channel before, and they helped me out with a lot of the info you're about to see in this video. And also,
So
a
stupid.
person by the name of Rin, who actually found out some of these details quite a while ago,
That's so funny.
and it's only really coming to light now. So you can find their details in the video description. So, that all said, what exactly are we looking at here? Who is a potential character going by
The
the data
burger.
mining for Season 2 of Guilty Gear Strive? And it looks like we have Sin Kisk, as in the famous Sin of Guilty Gear Xrd fame, the little hungry boy who beats you with the stick. And
Yeah,
what exactly
it doesn't
is
surprise
pointing
me
to
that Sin
this
is-
character? Well,
Sin is in there.
dialogue
I predicted
that
Sin
is
was going to be
data
one of the
mining
4.
itself after the Testament patch. This is how we found out.
And, they
about
did,
quite
and
a
from what
few
they said,
characters, in fact.
it's all returning
Not the least of which
characters.
is like Gold, Lewis, and Bigen. So in the game files, both Testament and Bigen have victory quotes and also round intro quotes directly against Sin, speaking to
Yeah,
him
that makes a lot of
directly.
sense.
Once again, this is how we found out quite a few characters at launch. Angie had dialogue pointing to Bigen as a character, speaking directly to her, and that's why we knew she was going to be a character. Dialogue leaks are one of the most common ways to catch a character early on in the game's life. Like going back to Mortal Kombat 11, is how we knew Shiva was going to be in the game, because we had her dialogue a full year before she showed up. Like this dialogue here, this is one of Testament's win quotes. I've earned a bubble bath today. And also some of the other quotes against Sin, when Sin is a character, stating stuff like, "You have much to learn." And that's basically the long and short of it. Multiple characters have lines referencing Sin, and this is proven in this game, let alone other games, to be one of the ways we can discern later DLC characters, because they're not writing the dialogue in the files for their own good health, right? This is part of the game code. And since we have dialogue
They
pointing to
did
Sin,
say like it will
well,
be all your
looks like Sin's
favorites,
gonna be
so
characters.
that indicates that it's all classic characters.
Sin is the next character in the starting to be a long line of the characters here that have been revealed through this text
So
dialogue
Sin
in
probably
the-
first.
There is also some bits in this Testament patch that point to some other things. Not necessarily new characters, but certain models like Faust has new rigging for what I'm assuming is the second story mode, because that is only a few weeks away as of the time of me making this video. In and of itself, like this is the Faust model here, it doesn't necessarily mean too much, but since they're in the story mode, maybe they'll have a couple
I don't know
of crazy
about Raven.
animations and
Maybe.
do some fun stuff. Also, speaking of the story mode, it's a very safe bet. If you see a character in story mode that appears with a new model, they're more than likely gonna be a playable character. Like Gold Lewis. Gold Lewis obviously factored into the original story mode of the game, and for some reason people doubted he would be a playable character,
God,
yet,
somebody
you know,
took the
with all his
fucking
detail and all that kind of stuff, he
Will
obviously enough, he
Smith
was a playable
bullshit.
character.
God,
So
already.
say if Johnny shows up with a new look, Johnny probably is going to be a Season 2 character. It's a safe bet. We won't have to wait too long to speculate on that, actually, because story mode's not too far away. But just keep an eye on that. If there's a new character who's definitely been playable before and they have a new look, they're probably going to be playable again. So there's that. Now let's talk about Slayer for a second, because yes, Slayer was in a lot of the old previous leaks, and Slayer, just like Sin, as we were mentioning here, also has dialogue against other characters. Other characters directly talk to Slayer in intros, in victory quotes, all that kind of stuff. So where did he go, right? Did that debunk the leak? Well, not really, because everything else about the leak was correct. We got Gold Lewis, we got Jacko, we got Happy Chaos, and we got Bigen. Leak said all 4 of those characters and Slayer. So Slayer, though, didn't show up. So my hypothesis is this: Slayer is still very much around because they wouldn't write that dialogue in the game code for nothing, right? So Slayer is very much around. It's just that he got moved to season 2 of the game. We already know
Those are
season
no
2 is
shadows.
going to be coming with a new multitude of DLC. So he just got moved into the season 2 version. And Testament, as a surprise, swerve for the fans, whatever you want to call it, Testament got moved up into season 1. Now, as for the reasoning
It's pretty
behind
cool
it, that
to put these all,
that's up for the
all
developers,
this
I
stuff
guess. I
in
couldn't
there.
tell you, right? It certainly happened before, maybe some more strenuous situations, like, once again, going back to Mortal Kombat 11. Very famously, Ash Williams was supposed to be in the first round of DLC, even to the point where they put out official marketing saying as much, and like all the trademarks, all that kind of stuff, and then, well, he never showed up. Now, we don't know the legal reasons. I don't know if we'll ever know the whole story of why Ash definitely was going to be an
Put a lot of
MP11.
work.
and
They put a
disappeared.
lot of work.
But what definitely did happen was
I'll give
Joker
them that.
was the
This-
one who
this
took his
mode
place.
is, like,
Joker
pretty
wasn't even
fleshed out.
necessarily fully ready yet. Like his original model that they showed off versus the finished model are very night and day. But he was the next most complete character, so he took the spot. So perhaps Testament was the next most complete character, or obviously was already done, right? So they just kind of swapped Testament and Slayer, and then haha, everyone has a nice surprise. Once again, I do not doubt the veracity of the previous leaks at all because, well, the data mine gave us everything else, right? And the same data mining that showed us Viking, showed us Happy Chaos, showed us Jacko, Go Lewis, also said Slayer as well. So, in my opinion, as far as that goes, it's simply a matter of time. Now, will Slayer be first? Will Sin be first? And who knows what the other characters will be because I have no idea about that. We will just have to, frankly, wait and see. Maybe whenever we get the Season 2 patch, there'll be more data.
Yeah, like I
mining
said,
to
I'm
show
not
what
surprised
exactly
for
the future might have in store for us.
I knew
So if
Sin
we
was
have
coming.
4 characters for Season 2 of Guilty Gear Strive, at this point it looks like expect Sin and more than likely expect Slayer. And once again, the story mode is coming up. The second story mode that is coming up very
I think
soon.
Elfelt's
And
going to
that'll
be
probably
another
give
one.
us a very strong
Elfel
hint
was
or
a-
two at who's coming next as well.
Elfel's going to
Besides
be.
that, I actually have a little bit.
No,
trivia
Elfel,
for you.
yes. I don't think
Apparently,
Valentine.
Gold Lewis was
I think
meant to be
Elfel
a
will.
main roster character, according to our
The
data mining friend,
dog has a
Ultima.
pose like that?
We have here files from the original beta, and Gold Lewis was supposed to have like main character status even back then, but perhaps because of the delays, this, that, and the other, things changed on that front. Makes sense to me. He's a fairly important character in story mode, and obviously from the get-go, just his character design screamed he was going to be a playable character. But hey, plans change. Anyways, my friends, that's the news as it currently stands. We'll have to wait and see if it comes true, I suppose. But as far as I'm concerned, especially considering the basically perfect success rate we've had so far, there's no real reason to doubt it. That all said, well, now we're at the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, dude. It's kind of disturbing. I don't want to see that. No, but yeah, I know Sin and Slayer are probably gonna lead the charge. And then probably Elfel. And then I still think Jam is one of the 4. I know a lot of people were doubting it though, just because. But it's like because he was like, oh, you know, like they talk about the data leaks and Jam's model was in the damn game. You know, it's like so that tells me like why would they put Jam's model in the game but not have her in the game? So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, people's logic. But yeah, I do think Sin and Slayer are probably going to be the next 2 characters, the first 2 leading season 2, and then probably Elfel, and then probably last will be Jam, or it might, or possible Jam might not be till season 3. You never know. Or they, I mean, they could always scrap a character. They might just say, yeah, we're not going to use that character. We're going to use, this character because it's more popular. Because obviously, from a popularity standpoint, Sin and fucking Slayer are immensely popular. I could, instead of Jam, I could see Dizzy. And Dizzy, Slayer, Sin, and Elfo. That can definitely happen. Guys, Dizzy's gonna be so boring. I'm not gonna like Dizzy. in this game. Like it's like Dizzy's like crazy and exert in previous game. This game she's gonna be like, ugh. It's gonna be so slow. If only Dizzy was legal. She's gonna be so slow in this game. Like Dizzy's gonna be like ridiculously slow. She's not gonna have her crazy setups like she used to. But I'm honestly more interested in the DNF dual characters. I do want to play Enchantress. Enchantress looks pretty cool. I was like, I'm surprised the beta only had one new character, just one. Like because they also showed the change logs in their Twitter feed. The game's change logs, which I was like, oh, okay, cool. What they're updating in the beta tests. So I was like, oh, cool. It's not that much, surprisingly. They didn't add any new mechanics. They just balanced some stuff. So I do like the fact that they increased the speed. That was a big one. The movement speed forward has been increased, so that's good. I think that's good. I think walking felt too slow. So I'm glad they're paying attention to things like that to make it feel better. Because walking did feel really slow. Walking backwards is fine, but when you walk forward and it's really slow, that's not good. So you should definitely improve that. But yeah, mostly just minor changes. Nothing crazy interesting. Just okay. It's just little characters, all buffs, no nerfs. Didn't look like any nerfs. It's all buffs. And then, of course, bug fixes, I'm guessing. Also, infinites are gone, no bullshit infinites. It's nothing major, Like, I want to see more changes. I hope they add stuff. I want to see more mechanics. More tweaks. Like, it's stuff that can be easily changed. But we'll see when the beta hits. I mean, I'm sure it's going to feel mostly the same. Yeah, it kind of sucks that it's only one new character, just Ghostblade. I was like, really? You're not even going to throw Mechanic in there? I really thought Mechanic was going to make it. Because they show her in the trailer, they still haven't shown her gameplay. I'm thinking to myself, unless Mechanic and those other two characters are not done yet. It could be, maybe they're still working on them. It's possible. I mean, it's a little late, because the game's coming out in 3 months. They only have maybe a month or two to finish them. And then they got to get the game going gold so it can still go into production. So, yeah, that sounds kind of weird. So I don't know. It's possible. Maybe my guess is now, knowing what I know now, I think we're only going to get 3 more characters after these 11. So I don't think it's going to be 16. I think it's going to be 14. So I think the leaked roster, what we saw that's the leaked roster. So we're getting Mechanic, Enchantress, and what was the other one? What was the other one called? I forgot the other character. I forgot the name of the other character. Enchantress. Sorry, I can't show my Twitter because it's got TNA. Let's see. I'm looking right now. Trying to find it. Yeah. This right here. Troubleshooter. This one. It's a troubleshooter. So yeah, because you don't see troubleshooter Yeah, but yeah, Ghostblade, then Enchantress is right here. This is, mechanic, female mechanic, and then troubleshooter. This is the other one. Apparently, I think they saw this. They said it was you could see her in her hand. I think it's a female troubleshooter. I'm not 100% sure. But you can see the character in the back. But yeah, I have a feeling, I don't think they're going to be able to get 16 characters out, plus the boss. So I'm going to redo this. So I'm like, it's 14 characters plus a boss. That sounds the most feasible. Also, the game's only $50. It's on Amazon. I saw it on Amazon, and it's only $50. I was like, wow, it's only a $50 game. I said, that's pretty cool. I'm glad they're not trying to charge for it. Yep, right here, pre-order. See, it's already on U.S. Amazon. So yeah, it's only $50. So that's kind of nice of them to only charge $50 for the game. That's pretty good. I'm happy it's not a $60 game. I mean, obviously it's gonna get a season pass. We already know that's gonna happen. I'm already positive it's gonna get a season pass. It's guaranteed. Or like season pass, another 5 characters. I already know that's gonna happen. So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad. I hope they do a discount on PC for like pre-orders. Maybe Green Man Gaming or something have like 20% off. So I can get it for like $40. Like, yeah, give me that $40 fighting game. I mean, I'll pay $50 for it if I have to, but I'm wondering if we get discounts for PC codes. I mean, I prefer to own a physical copy for PS5, but obviously I want to play it on PC. So hopefully the port's not a fucking boogie ass mess. I know Neeple makes what's it? Neeple and what's the other company? Aiding. Aiding's a good company. They're the ones that made Marvel's Capcom 3. So I'm like, okay, it's in good hands. You got somebody that's a known developer making the game, and they know what they're doing. So I'm like, okay, that puts a little faith in there. I think that the port should be good. I don't know who's porting it on PC. I mean, I guess it's gonna be Arc System Works. More than likely. Hopefully it's not a shitty port. That's the only thing I hate. Is when they make a port on PC, they don't properly port it. They don't code it right. And it runs like shit. Or it has problems, like Persona. And, like Guilty Gear Strive still doesn't run perfectly on PC. It still has issues. It's like, really, guys? You guys still haven't fixed, like, the 4K bug issue? The slowdown issue? You still haven't fixed that after it's been out for over a year? No, it's been out for a year. About a year. You still haven't fixed that problem? Like, that's a big problem. So nobody can play the game at 4K. Because the game slows down so bad that you can't even play it. You can't even play it at 1440p because it slows down. Doesn't matter how good your hardware is. You can only play the game at 1080p. It's like, just like, you guys, that's terrible. Like, if I want to play, I want to make it look its best. And it's like, nope, sorry, we don't know how to program it. It works fine at 4K on a PS5. It does the upscaling fine. Upscaling is completely fine on PS5, but on PC, nope, it doesn't work. Good job, Arc System Works. Good job. And can't make a proper next-gen title with native 4K support. It's like every other company can do it. Mostly every other company You guys can't for some reason because you guys are stuck in your 1080p ways. Even Persona 4 Ultimax, even when you set the game to 4K, it doesn't upscale the backgrounds or the sprites or the artwork or nothing. It looks pixelated as shit. It's like, oh man, the game would look so much better if you actually had proper upscaling. You know, I don't think they're gonna fix that either. Arc System Works is gonna. They know it's an issue, but I don't think they're gonna fix it. Like, no, we're not gonna fix it. Sorry, we're not gonna spend extra time increasing the resolution on the artwork so it looks nicer. You know, there's proper upscaling that makes it look good, and then it's like it looks like 720p. You're like, come on, guys, you can definitely upscale it. You're just being cheap. Well, that's an Atlas thing. I think Atlas is the one good cheap. They don't want to spend the money. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to have a training or versus mode. They didn't say anything about modes. They didn't say anything about. All they talked about was what game changes that they made. They didn't say anything about the actual beta. So I don't know if they're going to add a training mode or the, you know, if you play that way, if it's offline, you can pick who you want. I think at the bare minimum do that. Bare minimum. You should at least let you, if it's offline mode, yeah, you should have an offline versus. You should have offline, an offline versus CPU where you can pick your character, not random. Because I hate that. That's so stupid. Like, I want to use my character. You know? I already have my set 4 I want to use. Set 5, actually, now that I got Enchantress. The Enchantress was interesting. I like the cute little girl, cute lolly girls. But yeah, I think my mains are going to be Enchantress, Inquisitor, Striker, Dragon Knight, and Kunoichi. I don't like any of the male characters very much. I don't really care for them. I usually don't play male characters. It's rare you see me play a male. But sometimes I do. Sometimes there are males I do like. It just depends on their playstyle. I usually use the chicks. Yeah, I think those are gonna be my 5 characters though. I don't know what Troubleshooter's gonna be like. I am curious though to see what Troubleshooter's like. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, I think obviously my main's gonna be Striker, and then probably after Striker is gonna be either I'd say Kunoichi or maybe or Enchantress. I mean, it's nice when you play a game and you actually want to play multiple characters. It's not just playing one, because that's how I felt when I was playing. What do you call it? Even Guilty Gear Strive. I really wasn't using many characters. I was only using 2. Yeah, I was only really using 2. I was using. I was going to use 3, and then Giovanna turned out to be really disappointing, and I was like, okay, Giovanna's boring. And then Potemkin got boring, and then I just switched to May. And I switched to Amelia, and now I just use May and Amelia. I don't use anybody else. I don't even care about Potemkin anymore. Potemkin got so boring. I think he's one of the most boring characters in the game. He used to be so much more fun. So much more interesting. Now he's just like, oh look, I'm just an Unga. I'm just an Unga that anybody can use. And people love him for that reason. I'm like, yeah, you like me when I'm famous, it's like you don't like me when I was at my most interesting, you know, like way before the day. They only like him because now, oh, he's easy to use, and he can dominate, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna use him now. Now everybody and their mom has a pocket Potemkin, and it's like, this is so lame. Like it really is. It makes you not want to use the character. Like it's funny. I was reading like the tier list and like the man. Some characters are like holy shit. They just went from pimp to gimp. Like holy shit. Like from Exert to Scribe, they go from god tier to crap. Like it's funny. Like Faust is one of the worst characters in the game. Like man, Faust used to always be a godly character. Now he's trash. I was like, that's hilarious. Like, God, like I've never seen Faust bad. Every game he's been fairly good or amazing. In this game, he is total shit. I think Faust is the second worst, and like the worst is Angie. Him and Angie are like the bottom tier. And then like below that, then you got like Melia. Melia's like I've never seen Melia low tier. It's just weird seeing Melia like you know in the lower tier bracket. And I could see why though, because her damage is crap. She takes too much damage, and you can end the match so fast against her. She makes one mistake, it's over. It's like, man, I remember before, like Melia would, you know, her pressure used to be really good. Like it's very, very, you know, disgusting. Like where you had to be scared. Now it's like no one's scared of her now. Like no one's scared of her because her mix-up game is not very good. So I'm just like, yeah, what a joke. All the Unga characters are like top tier, like really top tier, like Leo, like super top tier. It's like this. And I watched this video like showcasing like the tiers. It's just like my God, like you could just tell who the Unga characters are just looking at the tier list. They're like, yeah, that character definitely Unga for sure. Like it's all the Ungas are at the top. You know, Potemkin actually went down to the like upper middle. He's not as threatening, but I think it's because the other characters have more bullshit than him, and it's usually keep away tactics because they can't. Potemkin can't get in on them because he has no option to get in on certain characters. He has no projectile, so flick only works so much. It's like I see the problems, so it's like yeah, this game is really unbalanced, like really bad. People talk about like it's the most balanced Guilty Gear. I'm like, no, it's not. This game is stupidly unbalanced, and it's because of the lack of defense options. I think if the defense option were present, I think the game would be more balanced because people would have a way to deal with shit, but you can't deal with shit. There's so much crap in the game that you have to sit there and just take like abuse. And there's nothing you can do about it. They put you like when certain pressure situations happen, you really have no answer. It's either you have a super that hopefully can reverse the situation, but then they're anticipating you're going to do that, so they're just going to set you up, and that leaves you open. Or two, you have hopefully a meterless reversal option that's godly, which not all characters have. Like Soul has a godly DP, so his obviously will beat a lot of shit except throws, which I still don't agree with that. Throws beating DPs sounds really stupid. You should not be able to just grab a DP. It just sounds like some King of Fighter jank shit. Like a Guilty Gear, it makes no sense. It's like okay, make DPs susceptible to throw? Like what? That doesn't make any sense to me. I shake my head in just confusion when I see that. I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck is that? That makes no sense. I'm happy for DNF Duel. DNF Duel looks a lot of fun. So I'm hoping that's going to be the fighting game of the year. But for me, it's going to be that, and then of course rollback. When Persona rollback hits, I'll be coming back to that too. It's just really the only two fighting games I'm going to be playing this year. Just really, I'm down to two. Like I don't care about King of Fighters. I don't. I respect it. It's cool, but it's not for me. And then I don't care about Strive because it doesn't matter. The only character I'm gonna give a shit about if they bring back is Jam. That's it. And even then, I think Jam's gonna be ruined. I think Jam is gonna be just utter trash. She's gonna be such a crappy character. They're gonna ruin my baby girl. They're gonna ruin her. Be playing her, I'm like, wow, this is so boring with her. It's so uninteresting. I have a feeling that she's gonna be like Chun-Li. Gonna dumb her down like Chun-Li. And she's gonna be just like Chun-Li with minimal options. Like, oh, I got 4 special moves that just do their own thing they have nothing to do with my original kit. And I'm gonna have I already wrote down a list of what they're gonna do to this character, like what moves she's gonna have, what they're gonna take away, what you can and cannot do. I'm already anticipating it, just to show people like what they're going to do to her, and it's gonna be like, oh my god, it's so bad. Yeah, let's just give her lightning kick and fireball. Let's make her totally play like a Street Fighter character. Because everybody would love that. Like, oh my god, she plays like Chun-Li. I love it. Oh, 10 out of 10. Like, tell you, man, you want to really ruin my day? Like, the one thing that would ruin my day, and I could totally see it happening. And if I see it, I'll be like, and I've told people this, calling it if this ever happens. If they ever do guest characters in Guilty Gear, I bet you they're going to put a Street Fighter character in there. And I am going to hurl like no tomorrow. I am going to hurl so hard. I'd be like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Telling you right there. I'm calling it right there. If it happens, I swear to fucking Christ, I am going to hurl. And then watch all the fanboys like, oh my god, Ryu's in my fucking game. You're gonna own all the Guilty Gear players with Ryu. Show why Street Fighter is the best game. And it's like, ugh. Sad. At that point, I'd be like, yeah, I am completely never touching this game again just because he's in there. I will never touch it again. That's a promise. I will uninstall the game. Be like, fuck this game. Like, holy shit, talk about sellout. Like one guy say, Guilty Gear Strive is like that boy band that you used to like back in the day that sold out to like Tower Records or some shit. Like, and I'm like, yep, that's what it is. Sell out, man, sell out, sell out. Yeah, if that ever happens, I'm telling you, you could quote me on it. Be like, he's like, oh shit, he called it. Oh shit, that's depressing. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go this way now. Don't ever talk to me ever again. Like, I will uninstall it live on stream. I will get rid of it. Be like, there, game is gone. Like, I will never put it on my computer again. Because the minute they put Street Fighter characters in there, I'm like, yep. Totally see where this is going. But anywho's, alright guys, well I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go take a shower and gotta get ready to go do my walk, and then I gotta do some eBay stuff afterwards, and then I gotta get ready for work. Luckily today is my last day of my 3-day weekend. Tomorrow I got errands to do. I gotta go see my mom. I gotta go to the store. Gotta go to the bank. And then I'll probably be home around 6 or so. But yeah, I gotta wash my car. I also I gotta get my detailing job done. I'm gonna look into that later today. I gotta figure out where I gotta send my car to get it detailed. I'm gonna try to get that done next week. And then, yeah, that's it. And I'll come back around 6, probably jump on around 7. I'll be playing, probably just Tokyo Ghostwire for, 7 hours, and I'll play Genshin for a little bit, for a couple hours, and I'll go to sleep. And then Friday, I got nothing to do. Friday, I'll probably just I'll do my housework, do my cleaning and stuff, and then all night we'll be getting a duel. So get ready for the DNF duel hype, guys. It's gonna be real. So, anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later. You guys take care. Have a good night. See ya. Well, good afternoon. So, see ya.